Okay. Hello, welcome everybody. How is everybody doing?
Hi. We're so glad y'all are all here today. We have a very cool topic, but we're going to give it just a moment to let some other people pop in.
Mhm.
So, did has if you've had spring break and have had a chance to enjoy it, drop us a note and let us know that you've had a good time. We, Carla and I got to enjoy spring break this past week. Her off with her guys and me off with mine, so it was kind of cool.
It was. So I hope you had a great time. And not today, Donna, we have an awesome topic. Very interesting, I think.
I think this is a very cool topic, and it's very you have to know something about this topic to be able
Mhm,
to publish over on KDP. I know we always talk about printables, but
mhm.
I always say I like to slice it and dice it. So if I'm selling it on printables, how can I fill it up and make it work on KDP? And if I'm selling it on KDP, how can I sell it over on printables? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have several platforms, you start thinking about ways to sell one product in different
Yeah.
platforms, so how to use it in different ways, no?
Yeah, because everyone who's creating, and when you're creating quality product, you're working hard.
Yeah.
And if you could take that same product and make money from different platforms, because every platform has different shoppers. Not everyone shops on the same
Mhm.
platform. I mean, the the Etsy people don't necessarily go to Amazon to do their shopping.
Mhm.
They're looking
Mhm.
for something very specific. So,
That's right. And also you can even think about how to you can make something that goes with that book or with that printable, something
yeah.
extra. So
Extra is always a good seller. Something a little extra, make you special. So,
yes. But
so
if you are in the publishing, like if you like books, I think this is a topic you need to listen.
yes,
If you're creating books.
when you're creating books, you got to have this. So
So let
let's
me
get
just, yeah,
started.
let's share what's the topic for today. Yeah, all about ISBNs, Donna.
Yes, and I wanted to let people, if you'll pop me on the screen there for a second,
Okay,
Carla.
yes,
Let's see if I
let me
can find
see.
it. Yeah, if you don't know where your ISBN number, it's right there. It's in the lower corner on the back of a page. So,
Yes, easy to find. And I wanna first start with the first thing that you need to know what is an ISBN. And it stands for International Standard Book Number. So it's a number that is specific, that can identify your books, your ebooks, your audiobooks, also other types of publications. So it's very specific to your product.
right. And
It's
and you
it's
have to have
numbers. It
one.
has number. You
Yes,
have to.
you
You
have to
have
have
to.
one, unless you are just publishing and you are not wanting to sell over on Amazon and you're not wanting to sell in bookstores or gift shops or have your book show up in the library. These are all places that, I want some of my books in.
Exactly. And people will think like, why? What is the reason that we will use an ISBN, Donna? Why?
The biggest reason is because think about when you were in college and you got a note. This is this semester, this term, we're going to be using XYZ book. And when you go to look, there's like four different variations of XYZ book. An ISBN number will help you zone in on exactly the textbook you need to buy. Because how many textbooks have you bought or have your children bought
Mm,
that was the wrong one and the teacher says, "No, you can't use that one." And you're
yeah.
like, "What the heck? I've already spent $150 on this one book."
Yeah.
Um, so yes, so you definitely need the ISBN numbers for that. A library will not consider your book for part of their system without an ISBN number. Amazon will not put a book for you
Mhm.
up in their catalog without an ISBN number.
Wow,
So those are really big reasons about why you need them. It's so that
that's
people can find the correct one.
so mostly is to so your product is being discovered in an easier way,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, because people make mistakes with titles.
Mm.
Or say you've redone the book and you have a new oh, a great one is, book for dummies. You know, they've done a lot
Oh
of different
yes.
types of books for dummies, but then they have revisions, and the revision gets a new ISBN number.
Wow, so that's very, very important, to discover your product so people can really find the exact version, the exact book they're looking for. And also, there is another things I found about why to use an ISBN, Donna, and it's like also it helps with track selling, tracking your sales or cataloging your books. Mostly, I guess, for organizations, libraries.
Yeah, and yeah, and when you're wanting to track your sales, you want to know did is my first book's outselling my revised book, and so it makes it easy for you to know which book is selling. That's very true. Forget about
That's
that one
I
because
like that one.
we always want to track our numbers.
I like what you said because yeah, what version is selling? No, the more
Hmm.
you can even analyze the data that you get with that.
Exactly, and you know, analyzing your data sounds boring and it sounds cumbersome. But you get so much information because if you can analyze the data on what's selling in your niche to your customer that you're producing, you're definitely going to want to go and produce more of whatever that particular type of book is, to increase your
Exactly.
sales. And
Exactly.
in my group, someone asked, how many do you create in a series? Because then you're just competing against yourself, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Well, yeah, sorta, kind of, you are, but it means you're dominating the market. If you're competing against yourself and you're in the top out of the top 5, you're 2 or 3 of those tops, then your sales are going to increase,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't worry about competing, is book 1 outperforming book 2? Yes, it is, but those customers on book 1, they're an easy sell to go to book 2 because they love what you make.
Exactly.
So having a series is a good thing, and having an ISBN number helps you see which one of the different series is performing.
Wow, I like that, Donna.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a question here like, do I really need an ISBN for my book? You have been talking about that.
I think every book should have an ISBN number, and we're going to
Mm-hmm.
get into what the different ones are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if you're publishing, and we're going to hit that too. But yes, you need an ISBN number because it enables you to to sell your book on multiple platforms, and it goes back to
Exactly.
everything that Carla and I've been talking about is you want to sell your books on different platforms so that you have
Mm-hmm.
different streams of income coming in, and
Mm-hmm.
we've since December we've been showing everyone different places and different ways to go to be able to sell their books.
Exactly. You want to sell it in different platforms or even in a library
Oh yes,
or
a library sales
Walmart.
can
Well, in
Library
other
sales
places.
yes, library sales are amazing. Walmart's amazing, Target. You can get into a lot of different things. Just think if your book gets picked up by a library, you're not looking just at one sale, you're looking at hundreds of sales because when they buy for a lot of libraries.
Okay, should you have your own or not ISBN?
This is
And I why is important to have your own ISBN?
this there is no right or wrong answer here. And when you're just starting out, KDP gives you an ISBN number.
Mm-hmm.
So go with it. It doesn't cost you anything. ISBN numbers can be very expensive if you're not buying volumes, and you don't want to buy volume unless you're producing volume. Um, so I'm kind of, when you're just starting out, use the ISBN number. Then
Yeah.
as you've gone along and you start figuring out, well, I want to create this brand and this brand would work selling in multiple platforms, then you may
Mm-hmm.
want to attach your own ISBN number to it. Well, you cannot change out the ISBN number to a book once it's been done. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
it's tied to the book forever and a day.
Mm.
So you can't delete the book, you can't undo it. You can do a revision and get a new ISBN number, and it can be your own,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a lot of work for how much return, I'm not so sure. So I did when I started, and I see people doing this, is that you start with a couple of different books in different genres. You figure
Mm-hmm.
out, and if you know you're going to be writing young adult novels, these are for the preteens. I just watched a thing on Judy Blume, whom I absolutely adore. Well, she didn't have a choice back then. She was traditionally published. Now
Mm-hmm.
we have a choice.
Yeah.
If I know I'm writing for that particular genre, young adults, then I'm going to put my own ISBN number because I want the libraries to pick it up. I want the bookstores,
Exactly.
the big ones and the small mom and pops. I'm going to do a lot to promote. I
So you
have
have more control over your product, right?
Yes. Yes, because if you use the ISBN that Amazon gives you, that book can only be sold on Amazon.
Mm.
You can't
Oh,
you can pre-order author copies,
okay.
and you could sell those at an event or a book signing. You can do
Mm-hmm.
it that way, but a bookstore, if a bookstore's going to have you in for a book signing, they want those books to run through them so that they make the profit. See, it's
Exactly.
a lot of deciding where you want to go. But when you're just starting out, go KDP and let them give you an ISBN number because they're
Yeah,
pricey.
because I think you need to start somewhere, right?
Hmm.
I think, and if you don't know exactly what is your route yet, or what is something that will sell or you would like to create, probably it's better to just start with Amazon, and start with that, and start getting your feet wet, but start something.
Yeah, exactly. Start someplace. But Amazon has, really changed the landscape, and it makes it really nice to get started. And then you can kind of, it's like I like to tell people, you get to figure out what you like.
You get to figure out exactly.
Yes.
And if getting your ISBN is gonna stop you, that should not be an excuse to stop you to
No.
produce, to create. So just start, and later you can start using an ISBN, and planning what you want to do.
Yep. Exactly. So what's our next
But
question here? Oh, we're
uh,
going to talk about
yeah,
KDP
yes.
and ISBNs, which I may have already covered.
You covered almost everything. Yeah, well, it's you get, as you said, you get the free ISBN,
Yeah.
and as you said, also it's a good option if you plan to sell just on Amazon, and now also good when you're starting. It's like a
Hmm.
starting point, and because as you said, it's not transferable.
True.
No, uh, as we said, also it gives you, using your own gives you more control over your product, but as always, do research.
Exactly. That is my famous word, research. Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
I wanted to talk about coloring books because we also do a lot of printables that are coloring pages. So, and you can create coloring books. So the question is, do you need an ISBN for a coloring book?
Um, if you are going to build your own brand, KDP considers a coloring book low content. Now, it may
Okay.
take you hours and hours and hours and days to create it, but to them, it's low content.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how long it
Yeah, they
took
don't
you.
care. I mean, I had a book and I argued all the way up the food chain because I spent it was not a coloring book. It was a different type of book, but
Mm-hmm.
it was an arts and crafts type book.
Mm.
Tons of color and pages and work went into it, and they were like, "No, it's low content." I'm like, "Seriously? How can you consider it low content?" To me, low content is like a line journal.
Mm-hmm.
And it states that in their terms is that low content is a line journal, that may or may not have an image. You can change it up to what I refer to as medium content by adding some quotes and adding some
Mm-hmm.
artwork and putting a little bit more thought into it.
Yeah.
But, those books are not selling as well as they were
Mm-hmm.
a year ago, year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, it doesn't mean that you can't sell them, but you've got to put more work into them.
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon went through a change because there were so many people, trying to bypass the system and do as little as possible to make the sale. It takes more than that. You
Mm-hmm.
can't just coloring books take work.
Yeah.
They're lovely. They sell. They consistently sell.
Mm-hmm.
And um, but yes, I would definitely put an ISBN number on a coloring book.
Mm-hmm.
Only and I would only use my own if I was building out a huge brand.
Mm-hmm.
Jade Summer is a huge
Mm-hmm.
brand, and she or he, I'm not sure who owns Jade Summer. Their brand is very specific. They built out a huge brand, and they have their own ISBN numbers because now you can buy the books at Sam's Club. I've seen them at Sam's Club. You can buy them at Walmart
Wow.
and Target. So,
Wow. That's amazing.
so that is a brand that has grown drastically.
So they need an ISBN for sure.
They absolutely need their own
They
ISBN
need
number, and
ISBNs
it's
for their
just coloring
products.
books. But if I'm just doing
Wow.
coloring books, I have no brand, and I'm going to sell them through KDP. I'm not going to spend
Yeah.
my money for an ISBN.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if one of them
Because
takes
I'm actually
off,
talking.
then I will spend some money.
Yes. So talking about cost, because getting an ISBN, it costs some money.
Yes, it does, but it
Where you
shouldn't
need to
scare
go?
you.
Let me just, that's, yeah,
Yeah, this is the first
how
place.
to get it. That's the first one. Before cost. Where to go? You can
And
go to the agency responsible for ISBNs in your country, but in United States it's Boker.
yes, and you this happened to a friend of mine. She nearly bought the wrong one because there's somebody who is doing a sponsored ad so that they come above Boker,
Wow.
and you wind up paying more because they are like the middleman between you and Boca. Boca is the only place you can get it. So why pay a
Mhm.
middleman? Go straight to Boca and, get
Exactly.
the best price you can.
Exactly. Just apply, pay your fees, and wait to get your ISBN and then start using it.
Mhm. And
But
everybody's going, "How expensive is this? How
well, I
long
wanted
does
to
it
know how
take?"
long because I when I was well, I know it can take sometimes hours, but sometimes days.
Yes. Depends on how many you're getting and how many people are applying. Um, I like Boker because it makes it super simple. I got mine. I bought 100. I'll just say I bought 100 because I do a
Mhm.
lot of publishing. I didn't want 1,000 because I don't publish that much, but
Okay. Yeah.
um, but I did buy 100 and I had mine within like 2 hours.
Okay.
So, and they
That
make it
was fast.
super easy. They're not all fast. I mean, I have a friend who applied about the same time I did, and hers took nearly, I think it was right at 24 hours. So I think it's where you fall in the mix of things, and I think it
Mm-hmm.
depends on how many people are getting them. But the cool thing is it does come where you can log in to the back office and it lists all your ISBN numbers, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can put the book title as you assign it. You put your book titles in there, and it's an easy reference point for you to keep up with how many you've used.
Ah, okay. That's amazing. That's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, they do a beautiful job.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I want to talk about now. Now it's price. Now it's price,
now
no?
it's price. And price is king, everybody wants to know
Yeah,
how much it costs because it is
exactly.
kinda scary. And it was scary for me before I bought it, and I had been doing this for a while, and I was like, "I'll just keep doing, KDP."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but when I decided that I really wanted to take it to another level, that's when I decided I needed to spend the money and buy it. So, let's
You
see.
bought 10 because one, well, according to I was searching April 2000, in April, this
Mhm.
month is about $125
Just for one.
just for one. No, but did you get, there are packages, you can sell a 10 package for 295,
Mhm.
100 for 595.
Yep. Now think about this though. When you're thinking about your ISBN number, you get one for free from KDP, but you can only use it on KDP. When you're
Mm-hmm.
buying it, if you only bought one ISBN number, that's $12.50.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound right though, but you can only publish one time. If you buy a
Yeah.
10 pack, it comes out to $29.50 for every ISBN number. That's what your cost of doing business. It's $29.50 to go on the back. When I did 100, that
Mm-hmm.
cost dropped to $5.95. Is
Mm.
when I'm looking at my total cost of
Yeah.
production. How many hours did it take me to produce that book? Um, if I used any elements, I take a
Mhm.
percentage, like with Design Club, I take a percentage of what I spend every month over there and
Mhm.
calculate that into the cost of doing my book. It doesn't cost you anything to promote it, but then, it doesn't cost you anything to put it on Amazon. But then I've got $5.95 that's coming right off the top of my
Mhm.
royalty check at the end of the month. And so those are the things I take into account. And
Mhm.
if I can sell, I have it figured out, I have to sell 3 books a month to cover the cost of doing the book. Now, the 5.95 plus my cost of elements plus anything else I choose to do with it. And then I want to look at, if I want to boost it with some ads. So those are all
Mhm.
things that kind of go in there.
Mhm.
But so I always tell people do the 10 pack or the 100 pack when you get ready to
Mhm.
do it. But if you know you're producing a lot and you have a game plan, go for the 100. It's
Yes.
much better
Because
for
of,
money spent.
yeah, exactly. It's,
Yep.
yeah, that would be better in that
I
case.
mean, go for 1,500 if you're going to be doing a ton of them. But I think 1,500 should be your second round with Booker.
Mhm. Exactly. That can, yeah, that's so maybe we start with Amazon, then start, get creating, and then start getting your own, and then you can sell it in other
Yeah,
platforms, and you're reducing the cost with these packages.
you are. And the other thing is think about this as you're selling books, that royalty money can help to go offset this cost. So you're not
Mhm.
looking at it coming out of your pocket. You can take your royalty money and pay for, these ISBNs. So it's not all about, coming out of your pocket.
No.
You earn the money and to help offset this cost.
Exactly. I like that. I like that. So, well, we just like a reflection, no, that it makes it easier for potential customers to find and purchase your book, and you have more control about your product having an ISBN. But as you said, no, at the beginning, it might be a good idea to start somewhere
Yeah,
without an ISBN.
because Okay, say you start and it's okay, but you go, this is not really what I want to do. I want to go over to printables. I like that better. But here's the thing, if you're doing it over in printables, you just add a little bit more, then just sell it on KDP to have an extra stream and you're not as worried about it. If you're really building something, then you want to buy your own ISBNs. But don't let
Mhm.
that cost be a deterrent as to why you can't do it.
Exactly. That is important for you to sometimes take risk, but what I like about this is that you can control your product and you can sell it in different places. So,
Yeah, because say you're selling it over on Etsy, and we talk about this all the time,
mhm,
to break up the package and go sell it on Teachers Pay Teachers and go sell it in the UK, depending on what it is. You can
mhm,
sell over there as well. And then you can combine it all and make a package and even an anthology. I have a friend who's got a series of different books. So she's selling under this is interesting because she's created 3 different books. They're all on the same subject matter. So those 3 have ISBN numbers. But then she took all 3 of those books and created an anthology, and
mm,
she gave it a different title, and she gave it her own ISBN number.
mhm.
So that's something, there's lots of ways to make
Lots of
this all
ways.
work.
Lots of ways.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. That's that's true. So just do some research, just start creating, start planning what you want to do. What is your objective? I think that's the first thing to do.
And as always, y'all can tell I get excited about this stuff because I enjoy it so much and I love figuring everything out. So I have forgotten through this to say, put your questions in the
Oh,
question
yeah.
box. Ask
Sorry.
questions. We're sorry. But yeah, this is a subject that I get super excited on. Yeah, because I see the potential. And,
Mhm.
and when people show me their stuff, I can see the potential and say, but if you tweak it this way, so if I had a superpower, that's my superpower
That is your
is
superpower. Totally,
is
Donna. Let me tell you. Oh, well, here are the questions and answers.
question and answer.
If you have any question, just drop us there a note, or let us know if you want us to talk about other topics too, because we do the research and we get all excited about knowing
Yes.
more, and we want you to know more because no, if you know more, you can be better, you can
Yeah.
improve, you
It's,
can grow.
yeah, exactly. Like people have always said to me, knowledge is power. And it truly is. Because if you know about a subject and you understand it, you don't have to be a professional in it. You just need to know it and understand it so that you understand the mechanics. And when you
Mhm,
understand the mechanics, especially in the online arena, it's changing so rapid that you cannot be an expert.
mhm.
You are constantly having to educate yourself so that you can stay on top of what's happening. And that's what's going to lead us into next week's discussion.
Oh, yes. We're having this topic next week, and I'm in love with this artificial intelligence, let me tell you. And you have been talking about this, Donna, for a lot of weeks,
Yes.
and I was kind of scared of using it. I was kind of, what is that? I don't understand this, how it works. And now I am addicted to
Yes.
using
And
AI.
it really is a fun topic. It is a topic that uh, there's a lot of hype going on. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of different things with it and regurgitating a lot of the same information.
Mhm,
Carla and I are going to come here. We're not going to charge you for what we're going to share with you because this this is evolving so rapid that even if I tried to develop a class to teach people, I'm telling you, in 2 weeks it would be outdated.
mhm,
Because I heard something really interesting is that, and it reminds me, and I shared this with Carla, it reminds me of how. from 2001 Space Odyssey.
Mhm.
You know, how, and that's part of what they talked about. You got to remember how long ago this movie was made. They were talking about how Hal was teaching himself. He was learning as he went. And that's what some of these AIs are doing. As we
Yeah.
go and we're using them, they are learning from us. And it's not just the words. It's not just
No.
using Chat GPT. It's not just using Barb. It's not
Mhm.
just using Midjourney or Night Cafe. Every one of those is evolving at super speed. And so, as creators, we need to stay on top of it. So, I think it's a very timely topic, and we may come back to it a couple of times. This is
Yeah.
not a one and done topic.
No.
This is, let's talk about it, let's see where it is in this moment in time. And then we may come back in 30, 60 days and say, wow, have we got some stuff to share now?
Yes, what you can do with this, it's amazing, and it's making our lives easier, right? And
Yes,
it's changing, as you said, so rapid. So
it's
it's
yeah.
in a speed, it's so quickly.
Yes, it is like the speed of light, just about. So it's a lot of fun, and we're excited to share with you all the new details that we have.
John, I just want to mention at this because this workshop is coming up soon. We have it now coming in May,
Right.
and we're working really hard on getting you the best workshop, the best templates, mock-ups, and information about Mula on the high seas. Is
Exactly.
about cruises.
It is, and I'm so excited. I shared this with my daughter the yesterday, and she was like, "Ooh, tell me more."
Tell her
So
to come to the workshop.
yeah. So she was really excited because this is a very trending topic, and Carla and I have really been busy. We have found some POD companies that not everybody knows about, and so we're excited about that. And so we're going to be sharing that. So this workshop is filled with information. It's not just some templates and that type of thing. We we've s- we have got a lot of information to share with you to help you grow your store or start a new store. All of that wonderful stuff. So we're super excited about that. Yeah, we every project we take, I think we say that we're super excited
You
because we
have to.
are.
You have. We have to. We have to be excited, and I
Yep.
think there it's exciting to know more.
Yeah, and it's to know more and create more and the things that people enjoy. So one of us is frozen. So I'm going to keep on talking because I'm not sure which one of us it is. So if Carla's still going, that's great. If not, I will probably come back. I want to thank everyone for coming today. If you have any questions, you have any comments, or you just want to know more, drop us a note in the Facebook page. Oh, Carla's frozen. Thank you, Catherine, because I wasn't sure. So she will pop back in here. She's going to pop back. I know her. But I will share that if you um, haven't joined, do reach out and go check out Printable Design Club. We also have a Facebook group, which, let's see, let me get the right one. Okay, here's our Facebook group. It's Printables Design Club. It's free to join. It's filled with all kinds of great info, and we can. So we are having technical issues, which is lots of fun. But it's live when we have technical issues. So do come and join our Facebook group. Here she comes. She's going to try again. Um, join our Facebook group. That is a great way to drop us questions, to find out what's going on, to hear about the newest things. We like to stay very active. You can also catch any of the replays. YouTube, which is Printable's Design Club. You can go check out the YouTube channel. Carla's been super about taking the videos from these and other events, and you can go hear more about and see what all is happening in the world of design and printables. And printables and KDP kind of go together. So, with that, she's still trying, and I don't think she's going to make it. But I'm going to say thank you for coming. We're so glad you joined us. And join us next week, and we will talk about um, the artificial intelligence and all that it means, because between now and next week, who knows what's going to happen? It'll be interesting. I think she's here. I think she's maybe. So anyway, I see that her Carla's internet is acting up. So I'm going to say goodbye, and everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.